you know, I think something like this could work. And it means I don't have to think about it. Why don't we copycat, actually? Let's start here, and then let's copycat. Yeah? Great League Remix copycat? Or something like that? I don't know. Let's just copycat. I think that that is a much healthier plan than me trying to crack a meta that's been played for several days without touching it a single time. Let's just see what we find. Yeah, let's see what we find. Charizard. Pretty good for us, given the nature of our team comp, right? What's my gut feeling? That they're going to blast burn me. But I also don't think I necessarily need to worry about getting blast burned. Like, it does hurt, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, like I'm not in love with that, but I like to think that ultimately we're going to win this fight. Oh, interesting choice from our opponent there. Ooh. Ah, Tentacruel. Well, I wish I hadn't gone for the Ice Beam here. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Well, that's fine. Obviously, a pretty bad spot for our opponent. But we're in a double grass team. Yes, with Poly because of water. Okay, yeah. I mean, that would be my thought too. Pretty reasonable. So the question is, can we farm them from here? I mean, a Skull debuff would be real unfortunate for us, right? Yeah, there's that Skull debuff. So I don't love that, right? Just trying to manage our energy as best we can here. All right, then we got a Wish Cash back here. More than you'd expect on reality. So far, more than you'd expect. Ah, they're fishing for a debuff. They're going for the high value play there. I just didn't want to take the damage, given that the Charizard is going to be able to wing attack us to death to an extent, right? Like, I do have to keep in mind that wing attack is pretty effective. So they're going to have two of these, right? I actually don't think we're shielding here, believe it or not. If they get two again, then they're just going to barely beat us, right? And they very well might be at two again. Especially if they undercharge that other one properly. Nope, they died to the mud shot. GG's. They could have been at two there, but I think saving the shield and forcing them to take all of that damage and needing to get two again was better. Okay, well, we found a way to win that one. It was a little bit dicey. It was a little dicier than maybe it should have been, given that we were pretty favored throughout the entire game, but they really did play to their outs. They really did play to their outs. So Frostlass. Team's not great into Frostlass. Not my idea of a perfect matchup, right? We're taking only neutral, though, and we're fairly bulky. Oh, they Shadow Balled me. Okay. It's going to be slightly better damage, I would assume. We're probably going to just soft lose this, by the way. Right? Yeah, we'll just soft lose it. I mean, they may, if they have a really strong, like, water answer back here, we probably are in bad shape, but if they don't, okay. Swampert. Swampert's fine. Especially if we're going to get icy windshields. Like, I could have Sludge Wave, I guess. Nope, Hydro Cannon. Not shielded in a debuffed Hydro Cannon. I also feel pretty good about where we're positioned right now. I'm going to give him a shield here because I, one, kind of want to keep this thing alive. The fact that the Swampert came in against Poliwrath is a pretty bad sign for our opponent and them having Swampert counters. So, and see, they're still doing it. From here, I'm going to no shield, right? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to survive this and then be able to Icy Wind whatever comes in at the end, right? Ah, it's a Snorlax. I thought for a second it was going to be a Lickitung, which would have been a little scarier. But that's probably banned, right? So obviously, the other option obviously was that potentially what they were afraid of wasn't necessarily the water typing. It was the fighting typing, and that was the case here. But Licky is playable. Okay, I would be more worried if this was a Licky. No Scald debuff, but that's fine. I shielded early because I was gonna go for Scald, and if I got the debuff, I was obviously hoping to make this more interesting. But we can then farm this thing and then Mud Bomb or Scald the Swampert for the win. So I'll go for Scald because it's unnecessarily. I mean, I could have also just Mud Shot it here, but you know, sure. All right, we are 2-0 with it. Okay, I have not seen a lot of Pokemon from the top of the PV Poke rankings, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll work with that. We're still in halfway decent shape, regardless of what we see. So let's keep going. Mantine Amanda Buzz. Okay. I am on Ice Beam, just as an aside. The question is, do we start with an Ice Beam? I think we do. I think realistically, the difference in energy is pretty nominal here. And at least right now, I think that, like, we'd rather put them in a position where they have to consider shielding the next move, right? Or catching the next move. Right? Now, the real question here is, can I get them dead? Because they're not going to die to... yeah, I think we have to try and make them match or use a shield here, right? They're not going to. Okay, cool. I mean, if the Mandibuzz is coming back, that's an awkward place to be. Poliwrath. Actually, that's not good for us. Poliwrath is pretty awkward. And that's a ton of farm and energy for them. This is actually kind of bad for us in the back here. I'm not going to lie. Not really what I wanted to see. Regular Poliwrath. Hey, Ancraft. Things are good. Things are good. How are you? Icy Wind, yeah. If I can get both their shields, I'll probably switch here. Yeah, okay. Ah, there we go. Into Mandibuzz. That's fine. I actually don't want this to kill. Strangely enough. It doesn't. Perfect. I wanted that. Exactly. Attack drop. Plus put me in farm down range. We are going to try and farm down this Mandibuzz with Mud Shot. So that I can Mud Bomb the hell out of Poliwrath. I think it's going to work too. That's the best part. I think this is going to work. Especially because that attack drop just makes it so hard for them to do any meaningful amount of damage to me, right? This is very aggressive, to say the least. Extremely aggressive farm down for me, but I do think it's gonna work. Yeah. GG's opponent. Thank you, Skull debuff. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we watched, you know, we watched a little bit of the regional this weekend, and everyone was like, hey, I think maybe, just as an aside, Wishcash might be a little too strong. Wishcash might be a little too strong. That Skull debuff might be a little too good. Might be a little too good. Might need to go down a little bit, right? Just a little. Excuse me. Dugong. Oh, that's actually pretty awkward though. Don't love this. Ah, not bad cooking. Not bad. Ah, we're into the Poliwrath mirror. Sure. I think that would make sense. At the very least, if you want to play with Scald a little bit, you probably need to take down the chance of debuffing, right? You probably need to take down the chance of debuffing just a little. Yeah, guaranteed icy win there. That's fine. Just don't get another. Okay, perfect. And then what? Then what? Skeledirge. Skeledirge is definitely not a Pokemon that's got a lot of play into our team. Oh, they didn't shield. That's a good no shield for our opponent. Oh, and I just spotted him and Incinerate. That's also not good. That's also not good. Okay, we got the shield in the second one. So they definitely have a lot. Let's see. Which of my Pokemon? You know what? You are going to be better suited to tanking stuff. This is fine. This is fine. Icy Wind, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Do I shield this? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. What's up, Turkey? How you doing? Obviously, I wish I had a water attack here. Something to actually take advantage of my my typing, but we can't do the 2 there because I might die to this this attack here. And if I go for 2, I'll die before I get this Charge move off, yeah. So pretty nice, easy, clean. I think we shield this no matter what. Because I don't think a Shadow Ball is going to kill us anyway. We're going to find out, but I think we're okay. I think we were safe to shield whatever move was there. Yeah. GG's, friendo. Okay. Well, we're 4-0 with it. We were supposed to be copycatting. This was supposed to be a copycat set, but, you know, we just instead have won all of our games. So there's that. We've won all of our games instead. We haven't seen a grass or an electric type, which were the two things I was like, you know, if they exist, we're in trouble. Driftblim. Shadow Driftblim even. Okay. Interesting. Also, it's on Astonish? Is this an Astonish Shadow Driftblim? Fascinating. You gonna Shadow Ball me? No, Icy Wind. Okay. I don't like that. That's not the outcome I was hoping for. I was very much hoping to not have to play it like this. Okay. Unfortunately, it double resists all of my fast moves, which I don't love. And it won CMP there, which I don't love, but... This thing's actually kind of a menace for us right now. Just like putting on damage and icy winding everything. Yeah. Okay. That's a bit of a nightmare. Oh, it's a Wish Cashmere. Let's go. That's gotta be a Mud Bomb, right? Gotta be a Mud Bomb, right? It is. Hey, we got the attack drop. I like that part. I like the attack drop. Now the question is, I guess we're probably Polyrathing this thing, right? Nope, my opponent's going to concede. All right. I guess they didn't have a Polyrath answer in the back. That was a fairly clean and easy 5-0. I don't know what to say. We're just going to start the day on a positive note, a highly positive. I get a Spheal. I feel like every one of my GBL rewards has been a Spheal for like the last several weeks, but